Welcome back to Friday Night Films, where our motto is it's Friday night somewhere, because I really have to have an excuse for why these are uploaded on a Saturday. In the light of mind-numbing politics and fear that America will be led by a fascist that will put many minorities in jeopardy, I wanted to review a film that at best makes you feel like summer. There are films that represent seasons, if that makes sense, like a cool surf movie or like a fun classic blockbuster. But I knew there was only one to truly go with.
Don't touch my guitar, man. Don't even touch my guitar.
They called him the Six-String Samurai, and he became a legend. Jeffrey Falcon, Justin McGuire, Six-String Samurai.
Six-String Samurai. I mean, I usually do an opening talking about the film, its history, but all you need to know is in this little opening, text scroll. That's all you need to know about the goddamn film. Billed as a post-apocalyptic musical satire, it follows... You know what? I can't even properly explain it. Let the film do it.
In 1957, the bomb dropped. The last bastion of freedom became a place called Las Vegas. And Elvis was crowned king. Now, his only heir has died. And Vegas needs a new king.
How the fuck are you not sold on this? It's an American Mad Max with rock and roll. A love child idea between director Mongia and star Jeffrey Falcon. This is a fun sci-fi adventure that deserves some mention. Even though it was pretty much an undergrad film for a film school, it not only intended to start a trilogy, but to breed a breakout hit for Jeffrey Falcon, as according to IMDb, this was his last film. Hell, the director didn't even come back behind the camera until 2005 to make a Crow sequel. Well, thanks. I'd call it a cult film, but compared to other cult films, it really isn't that well remembered. Let's change that. After the text scroll establishes the setting, we're put right into the action where a mom and her son David are caught by some nasty hooligans, but are luckily saved by our titular six-string samurai, named Buddy, after rock and roll legend Buddy Holly. This won't be the end of the homages, it's just the beginning. The mother is sadly killed and David gets a look at some ominous figures walking past him. Now being orphaned, David decides to follow Buddy around. Now David follows this line between a helpful kid character and a really annoying one, since he does this the majority of the film. He comes around to a sweet-ass bar home to the soundtrack to Red Elvises, who want to kill him. Though they aren't the only ones on the hunt for Buddy, who has a bounty on his head from Death himself. A bunch of bowlers come out hunting for that bounty on Buddy, and it proves that they had picked the wrong fight.
Nice tuxedo. Nice tuxedo to die in.
That is the great level of dialogue we're getting. And this is the great level of action we're getting. Man, Genji's OP as fuck. When almost attacked by post-apocalyptic cavemen, David comes along with a car he stole from a Clint Eastwood knockoff. The soundtrack reveals himself to also be working with Slash, as Def. A caller comes in to warn DJ Werewolf, a parody of radio DJ Wolfman, that Def is coming to shower some November rain on our six-string samurai.
Rocking and rolling ourselves to death. Yeah, Werewolf, I just saw Death, and he's looking for your number. Well, you just tell that dark, ugly dude that my number is 555 unlimited, baby.
David and Buddy manage to escape the gumball-throwing cavemen, and Buddy tries to abandon him once again. Buddy proves to be too good to do all that. Should also mention, Jeffrey Falcon did all his own stunts and fight scenes.
If you dig it, you'll give him a good home. Atomic mutation.
Sounds like we need a ratchet stray cat.
God, the situation is so ratchet. Did the kids still say ratchet? I mean, I'm considering I'm still a teen. I admittedly still feel lost in the lingo. I found it really never connect to my birth. Anyway, here we meet the nightmare nuclear family who Buddy leaves David to be eaten to. It is admittedly an odd direction for the Vacation series to take, but the family soon flees before eating David from the windmill people, and once again leaving Buddy to come in and save him. There's a starman waiting right behind. We don't want him to meet us in fear he'll blow our minds. The two happen along a junkyard in a motorbike, while Death follows from behind, issuing a warning to all contenders for the King's throne.
To all the rock and rollers out there whose guitar picks shall litter my path to Vegas to claim my throne, soon Vegas will be destroyed, and a new song of darkness will fill the airwaves.
Buddy and Holly chance upon a small town and greeted by a man that tells them
Follow the yellow brick road, homie.
in order to get a drink. In fact, there are actually plenty of Wizard of Oz allusions, with Emerald City pretty much being Las Vegas, a similar journey-esque structure, and the Wicked Witch being Death. More on that later. Buddy tries to get a drink while once again ditching the kid. I'm sensing a pattern here. He almost gets laid by the slutty cheerleader prostitute, but he takes a page from her book and just lays there. He seems more interested in fucking his guitar than her. But the kid warns him that Death is coming, and the two bail while being confronted by a mariachi man who's supposed to actually be Ricky Valley, owing to another style of American music, and died in the same plane crash as Buddy Holly.
I don't have a family! This is it! Hey! Hey! Turn around!
And it doesn't end well for him in this universe either. Despite his constant ditching, the two do bond and even do train. And the kid reveals he can do more than actually whine.
A 56 Chevy Bel Air can kick a 47 Buick Roadmaster's ass any day. At least in the first quarter mile, that is.
Come all this way without saying squat? And now you're trying to tell me a 56 Chevy can beat a 47 Buick in a dead quarter mile?
After an ambush by Death, the two escape into the lairs of the windmill people, who want to sacrifice him to the windmill god, and the kid.
If I were you, I'd run!
If you were me, you'd be good looking.
That's not nice! Get him!
You can see why this film is the best. Though I do meet the windmill god.
Oh goody, another sacrifice. Bow down before the great and powerful windmill god. What, you expecting someone bigger? Hurry it up, I'm hungry.
I am the Alpha, I am the Omega, I am the Lord Almighty fan. They do escape and are met by the Russian military.
How much further to Vegas, comrade?
No one goes to Las Vegas without papers. No one. For us.
Glory to us, Dogga! Now the kid looks after the guitar while Buddy goes to show the entire Russian army that's better to be dead than red. But it proves to be too much to handle and he barely makes it out alive. And just when it looks like they'll make it, Death comes in to fuck it all up. So Buddy musters what he can to challenge Death to a rock and roll duel. Just when Buddy seems dead, he comes back once again and duels him now. With some good old-fashioned sword fighting.
You were the last. Soon, Vegas will be all mine.
Leave him alone!
So remember that Wicked Witch of the West comparison I made earlier? Oh yeah, that comes back. And here I thought Death was based on Slash and not the Spin Doctors. With Buddy dead, David puts on his clothes and grabs his guitar and heads to Las Vegas to show that rock and roll still lives on. The action is fun and sporadic, not opting for wire food to do this goofy yet still believable kung fu. 16 Samurai naturally rocks his 50s soundtrack. That wouldn't be too out of place in a surfing movie now that I think about it. Buddy, while having a more whinier voice than one would really expect, he just oozes cool thanks to Jeffrey Falcon's fantastic performance. He has so much charisma that it's really kind of disappointing that his career really didn't take off. Hell, the whole movie oozes cool. And despite the constant ditching, Buddy and David do actually have pretty good chemistry together, so you actually do buy it when Buddy does actually then bite it. Word of the day is repetitious, though. The direction and plot can get really repetitive following this formula. It follows Buddy, Buddy dumps him somewhere, danger comes, he returns to kick ass, rinse and repeat a couple times. This is mainly in the middle and it does deviate later, but you really can't help feel like we've done this before. And back into the beginning when I said the kid ranges from helpful to annoying, cause that whining can get really irritating. And it just doesn't deviate from that wah, 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 that it almost makes you hate the character. Almost. This is a rockin' film that deserves more attention. I wish the director and Jeffrey Falcon went on to do better work if this film got more traction. I really don't know if a small video like this, that admittedly doesn't get much views compared to others, will help at all. But if this film sounded up your alley at all, go check it out, like right now. Like, find it on Amazon. I don't think it's on American Netflix right now, but just find it. Find it right now and watch it. Because trust me, you will not regret 1 second of it.